Hi, folks. Welcome to Curtis Goes Corner. No BS here, just straight commentary. Please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Curtis Goes Corner from Fox News. Skidmore student claims cancel culture campaign prevented formation of conservative club. Almost immediately, I got pushback. Hannah Davis tells Fox and Friends First. I picked this because I want to do a story on the closed-mindedness of today's campuses, and it's here in upstate New York. It's in Saratoga Springs. Beautiful area. It's up towards the Albany area. It's really beautiful up there. It's supposedly a top college. Oddly enough, I did some checking on Skidmore College, and it says they take pride in the fact that they're open and diversity of thought. Okay, yeah. Let's read the story. A student at Skidmore College in upstate New York claims she and her fellow students were barred from starting a campus chapter of a conservative group called Young Americans for Liberty, or YAL. I started emailing students, and almost immediately I got pushback. Whoa, what a shock. Hannah Davis told Fox and Friends First on Wednesday. Davis says her and her classmate were targets of cancel culture campaign. No. In which members of the student body created a petition claiming that YAL groups were springboards for hate speech and bigotry disguised as political discourse. As of Wednesday, the petition had 1,765 signatures. Skidmore has approximately 2,600 undergraduate students. What the hell is hate speech? It doesn't exist. Speech you don't like, speech that makes you feel uncomfortable, speech that makes you angry, speech that gets under your nerves. Speech does a lot of things to people depending on who you are and what the topic is. And bigotry disguised as political discourse. So if I don't agree with you political-wise, you are a bigot. There's your open thought at Skidmore College. This, folks, is ground zero in the culture war. I think the second step in the culture war is Hollywood, and then social media third. Those three. But the colleges first is where all this progressive crap started, and where all of this is now coming home to roost. The people that have heard this in colleges and reinforced where they live and who they hang around with and who they work with has been going on for 2 generations now. And now it's flowering. Now it's coming home to roost. David says she and her classmate were targets of a cancel culture campaign. As a result, Albany Times Union newspaper reported the Skidmore Student Government Association told Davis she could not establish a YAL chapter due to concerns of hate speech and making students on campus feel unsafe. Well, 2 things. One, if the speech or the person that's giving the speech you don't like or even hate, don't go. Don't go. It's really as simple as that. Hate speech, it's anything you don't want it to be. And that's the entire point of it. The definition of it is so broad that all that means is shut the F up. I don't want to hear you. And that's what totalitarians and authoritarians do, because that's what they are. Unbelievable. Let's read on. I actually chose Young Americans for Liberty because I thought that students would be receptive to it because it wasn't a partisan group. I was clearly wrong about that, Davis said. They had a problem with just 2 or 3 examples of events or speakers, she added. They were really pushing back and calling Young Americans for Liberty an alt-right organization, a white nationalist organization. Here we go, Klan guys again, which is just misinformation and has no truth behind it. You know, it's funny. They mentioned 2 or 3 examples of why they were against it. Events or speakers. What speaker and what was the topic? And did you go listen to that speaker? Do you have a transcript of the person's speech? Do you have any video from it? The answer is always no. We just said no. Now, this student government board, or whatever they call it, has the authority to stop clubs from forming. They have too much power. Skidmore Student Government Association has not responded to Fox requests for comment. No, really? Really? They want to look stupid on a cable news network that tens of millions of people will see, including online? In a statement to the Times-Union, Skidmore College President Mark Connor said, now I read this already, what's the term? Double speak. All these supposedly educated people, they talk a lot, but they say nothing. Skidmore President Mark Connor said, wait for it now, the student leaders whom our students have elected as their representatives have the right to vote to decide the outcome of this process. I encourage all members of our community to exercise their freedom of speech and freedom of association, to engage with each other with patience, courtesy, and respect for one another. Now, I've got to tone down my language because I'm in YouTube jail, but I'll put it to you this way. That paragraph there is simply one thing: what the matador steps in when he leaves the ring. But for Davis, the ideas Connor discussed don't seem to be within reach. It's not going to be easy going forward, she said, if the students control wherever we exist on campus or not. Well, take it to somewhere else. Find a venue where you can meet off campus, or right off of campus, literally like 20 steps away is the campus. This is horrendous, folks. This is what the brown shirts did in the 1930s when they interrupted lectures, and actually professors and scientists giving talks and speeches shouted them down. What do they call that? Canceling the rabble, canceling everything they want to cancel. It's just amazing to me. We don't want to hear you. And this is part and problem of the 75 million Donald Trump voters. Folks, they hate you at worst, and at best, you're invisible and they don't give a damn what you think. And there's a whole bunch in between. And folks, if 75 million people are ignored, 75 million people are called names, 75 million people are called racist and white supremacists, and they hear it long enough and loud enough, they are going to snap, and they're going to fight back. Is it more polarized now than it was 10 years ago? Many say so. But two things have happened. The progressives and the leftists have gotten much more aggressive. And finally, the average person, middle America, blue-collar worker, is finally saying this is enough and fighting back. That's why it seems more polarized. I don't know what side is going to win. I know what side that I'm on. You've got to decide. If you don't want to take sides, someone will take a side for you. It's really that simple. And that's just the way life is. Until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.